You won't believe where we found former meth labs that were never cleaned up. Hotel rooms, storage units, homes, even apartments up for rent. Lingering contamination that could put unsuspecting homeowners or renters in danger. Many don't even know the criminal history of their houses. Your house had a meth lab in it?
I'm really pissed right now. I'm shaking.
This woman told us she had no idea the house where she and her family had been living for the past 4 months was a meth lab in 2003.
My husband has problems with his eyes where he's had a cornea transplant, and I don't know how those chemicals will affect him actually because his transplant isn't going that well. So now I'm really scared.
Our next stop, her landlord. What are you going to do to the house?
It'll be taken care of.
Okay, how so?
I don't want to talk. Thank you, though.
Are you sure this is your time to talk, Julia? The landlord wouldn't open the door to speak with us, but assured us she's working on the problem.
We have a very specific set of statutes in this state that deal with the obligations of landlords to tenants. And it's a high standard. You cannot knowingly expose your tenant to a potentially hazardous environment. And there are a lot of them out there that do it, and there's been a fair amount of litigation.
Attorney Tim Gablehouse specializes in methamphetamine laws. He says when you buy a home or rent one, you have the right to know.
Actually, the neighbors told me, the landlord never told me.
3 years ago, when Brooke moved into this house, she says she started to feel sick.
My pit bull, for about 3 months, had holes like meth sores. He had meth sores all over his skin.
Turns out in 2002, police raided this home on Cheyenne Road. They found a cache of weapons and a meth lab. Linda? We tried to talk to her landlord. The door was cracked open, but no one answered. Now that Brooke is moving out, the place is back up for rent.
This house is unlawful to occupy.
This undercover narcotics cop says homes should be condemned until properly cleaned because of the invisible danger left behind. Chemicals lurking in the walls and the carpet.
Basically, you're sucking in secondhand methamphetamine smoke.
Cops have busted more than 530 meth labs in El Paso and Teller counties since 2001. 400 of those spots, police say, could still be unsafe.
There's still state laws and regulations in effect. Property owners are required to clean meth labs, but there is, there's no government agency that actually enforces the standards in El Paso County.
With recent budget cuts, the health department doesn't have the money to condemn meth houses.
Methamphetamine itself is just as big or bigger problem than it ever has been in Colorado Springs.
A problem that won't go away anytime soon, according to cops. Those hotels we mentioned earlier. It says that you've had 2 meth labs here at the Budget Inn, 2 actually years in a row in the same room that haven't been cleaned up properly according to state standards.
I have no idea.
The Budget Host Inn and the Super 8 promised us they would fix the problem.
We find meth labs in the $1 million plus homes, and we find meth labs in trailers.
Gablehouse says that this is an issue no one can ignore, a hidden threat when criminals move out and you move in.